Welcome back to another Sunday video. So, what should we expect this coming week? I know last few weeks have not been good. We're seeing ETF outflows. We're still getting a lot of macro fears. So, is this week going to be any different? We're like midway through December. What if we don't get that Santa rally? What if Bitcoin continues to be weak? What then? Well, let's kind of discuss it. All right. First things first, Bitcoin, again, seems to have lost some ground. We are at 88.2, although we have seen this before. You see that 87.3 mark? We have hit that several times, as you can see. And we have also hit 94,000 several times over the past few days, right? So right now, we're not going any lower, but we're not gaining either. We're just kind of going sideways, and there's periodic dips like this. I mean, if you're a trader, you could trade these pretty successfully, right? After a major dip, it comes up a little bit, and we saw Bitcoin hit 94,000 several times, but doesn't seem to hold, right? Why is that? I mean, right now, there's just so much fear. Wall Street, right now, looking green for tomorrow, but last week was not so green. There was a big shift from risk on assets to risk off assets, meaning NASDAQ sold off, Dow went up, AI sold off, gold went up, right? Tech and AI, crypto, all have been selling off, and we're just not seeing an end to that, right? So what should we do about it? Are things going to change this week? Well, I think some of it could definitely change due to some of the important data that we'll be receiving this week. So now if you look, the economic data, starting on Monday, right, you do have this home builder confidence index. That's going to be important. Tuesday, you have unemployment rate, okay, expected to go up to 4.5% from 4.4. That is going to definitely affect things. And then you got retail sales, and then on Wednesday, you have a couple of Fed governors talking, but look at Thursday, we also have CPI, inflation reading, expected to go up to 3%, and existing home sales on Friday. So we have a lot of economic data coming out. And also this week, you have Bank of England and ECB having their own kind of like FOMC meetings where they're going to announce whether they're going to cut or not. ECB is expected to hold their rate. Same thing with Bank of England, I believe. But, you know, if something drastic happens, that could definitely affect things. But we are coming off a FOMC press conference, right? They agreed, the Fed agreed that we're going to get a 25 basis point cut, which we did. But right now in January, it's only a 24% chance. I think a lot of people are very hopeful that we're going to get a lot more than one rate cut in 2026. And a lot of it will be determined by these economic numbers. Remember, all the numbers that they were working with were a month behind because of the government shutdown, right? But if inflation stays steady, but like unemployment unfortunately ticks up and home builder confidence and existing home sales all tank, right? It's definitely going to make a difference for January. And let's not forget, January is the start of a new year. We're not quite there yet, but starting in 2026, we will be getting a new Fed chair. Not right away, but Powell is definitely on his way out. So that is this coming week. Will we see Wall Street change its tune and start buying back some of the risk on assets? Now, obviously, it's the end of the year, so there are some funds and individuals, and I'm obviously like traders that may be selling to tax harvest or to lock in gains or whatever year-end stuff, rebalancing the books. So maybe some of that is definitely still ongoing. But right now, I believe there's just a lot of fear about rates, whether we're going to get more cuts, what's going to happen to the economy. There's still a lot of macro stuff right now. And it's making even Saylor tweet out pictures like this: will work for Bitcoin. I remember he made fun of himself before. This was during the bottom of the last crypto winter. Okay, when Bitcoin fell down to about 15, 16,000, Saylor tweeted out, like, he memed himself saying that he's working at McDonald's. He's doing it again. So this shows how bearish the sentiment is right now, right? For a lot of people, they're just really, really depressed. Even Saylor, as much as he probably hides it, he's probably feeling a little bit too. We're all human, right? None of us want to see the chart go down or our portfolio go down. But most of us, even though we're feeling that way, our heads are telling us, of course, this will come to an end. Whatever we're going through will come to an end. It always does. Even during the low point of the last cycle when Bitcoin fell to 15,000 and it was below Strategy's cost average, right? He continued to move forward because he used his head and realized that, hey, we go through these cycles, we have bad times, but the best times are yet to come, right? It's feeling like that. It's feeling like we're at the bottom of crypto winter right now. Even though we are much higher right now at 88,000 than the bottom last cycle, 15,000, or the bottom prior to that at $33,000. But it feels that way. And that could be a good thing. That could be a very good thing, okay? Because if this is truly the bottom of this cycle, then that means we only have one place to head in the future, and that's upside, right? A lot of people, including Saylor, Tom Lee, and you have many others that feel like we are going to go to the upside. Even Bernstein, they all feel like this is going to be an elongated cycle, okay? Things aren't going to come to an end just because we're coming to the end of 2025, that we will continue forward in 2026. And I believe that too. I don't think it's over. None of the metrics that we have show that Bitcoin has topped out. We definitely didn't have a euphoria stage like all the previous cycles right when we topped out, right? This year, this cycle has been very different, led by institutions, but obviously we had this year has been tough with a lot of macro stuff happening. It definitely disrupted a lot of things. So it's just one of those times. It's fearful. It kind of sucks. But most of us know we will get through this. So this is definitely time to not be giving up, not panicking, staying strong, staying focused, continue to educate and learn from the situation and move forward, right? Every cycle is not exactly the same, but it tends to rhyme. But this cycle has been very different. Well, I would say there's some similarities, but a lot of differences, okay? So we will not stay down here forever. We got some CME gaps also to fill on the upside now, not the downside. We filled all those. And we tend to be holding strong right above this 87 mark, and we tend to flip above 90 pretty quickly, like we did even on Friday when we flipped to 94, right? So that's it, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Usual time, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay strong, stay focused, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right? Take care. Bye-bye.